There are several Republican senators facing re-election next year who voted in support of Trump's emergency declaration. And now their states will lose money to build the wall. They include North Carolina, Senator Tom Tillis.
Wait, hold on. So the state of North Carolina, their military bases are going to be gutted?
That's how the president pays you back for your good faith in him.
So $80 million for military construction projects and readiness projects that will not only bring jobs and keep jobs in the state of North Carolina, but will make this country stronger. And Donald Trump is gutting $80 million from Tom Tillis. Martha McSally in Arizona couldn't stop Donald Trump from gutting $30 million from Arizona military bases.
Oh, this is rich.
Moscow Mitch, these $62 million, that's actually, we don't know how many rubles that is, but it's a ruble equivalent of $62 million. Cory Gardner, state of Colorado, $8 million stolen from his military projects.
Look who's next.
Lindsey Graham, $11 million stolen from South Carolina. And John Cornyn, $38 million stolen from the state of Texas for John Cornyn.
That's your loyalty pledge.
Who's up in an election in 2020 that should be a safe race, but might get another. They're calling it Texodus because Texas Republicans keep quitting Congress rather than running for re-election. And Donald Trump stole, I can't believe he stole $80 million from the people in North Carolina, and Tom Tillis couldn't do anything about it. But $80 million there and $38 million from Texas and John Cornyn.
Let's focus on Tom Tillis, North Carolina,
Kentucky,
and the nuts and bolts of what happens with money diverted, $80 million diverted from North Carolina. He's got three big bases right in that state. He's got Fort Bragg, he's got Camp Lejeune, and he's got Cherry Point, North Carolina, which is the headquarters of the Marine Corps Air Wing. So you've got people coming back from 4, 5, 6 tours in Afghanistan and or Iraq. Part of that money, ostensibly, I would have to imagine, is going to be used for improvements in military housing. So that's gone. I would like to be running against Tom Tillis in North Carolina, either in the Republican primary or against him in the fall. And please explain to me, Senator Tillis, why you allowed $80 million to be diverted from people who really serve our country.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rick Tyler, this is just...
This is what happens.
This is not tough. If you're running against Tom Tillis, I mean, or in the alternative, if you care about our military men and women that serve overseas, that serve here. I mean, to steal $80 million for a wall that he said Mexico is going to pay for, that Republicans wouldn't even fund. They had control of the House and the Senate for 2 years. And John Cornyn said it wasn't worth it. Lindsey Graham said it wasn't worth it. So he stole money from their states, and they couldn't stop him. They were too weak to stop him. I will tell you what, I don't care who it was. Well, actually, Newt Gingrich did try to take some money from some of my military bases, and it did not end well. I got all the money back, and I was just a lowly congressman. So these senators, I forgot about that. I actually had Newt Gingrich after I was done with everything. I swear to God, handed me a piece of paper, and he said, "Here you go, Congressman. Now you tell me where you want the money to go on your 5 military bases, and we'll put it there." That was the end of the story after they gutted my military bases. And I was a lowly freshman. And these senators, Tom Tillis, how long have you been there? He just stole $80 million from your state. How weak are you? It's unbelievable.
Joe, this has a twofold implication. This has obviously political implications with Tom Tillis in North Carolina, which is not exactly a rock-solid Republican state. And then you have Cory Gardner in Colorado, not exactly a rock-solid state. And, you put those two seats, at risk. But the other is just look at the simple. It's a national security issue, and that is the reason the Republicans, including Cornyn, didn't pay for the wall is because it's not a national security concern. But to put it in perspective, if you took George W. Bush and Barack Obama, in their combined terms, they built 684 miles of wall. Barack Obama actually completed 130 miles of wall in his first year of his first term,
right.
And Donald Trump is on mile zero. He has nothing to show for this promise of building a wall, regardless of who pays for it.
And you know, the reason why is, Elise, he couldn't get the Republicans to give him a dime. The Democrats offered him $21 million in exchange for a Dreamers deal that everybody thought was a great idea. 70% of Americans supported. And he turned that $21 billion down. And so you have all of these, including Moscow Mitch. Now, by the way, our crack staff has figured out how many rubles actually were taken away from Moscow Mitch. And he stands to lose 4,090,419,000 rubles.
Maybe now he'll hear it.
How do you say
Russian?
bluegrass blunder in Russian? I don't know. But Elise, seriously, this is, you know, it's not just about jobs in the state of North Carolina or the state of Texas or the state of Colorado or these states where Donald Trump stole money from the military construction projects of readiness. I mean, it's about the defense of this country.
There you go.
And wouldn't Lindsey Graham just be up in arms if Barack Obama had tried to pull military funding? For all of Lindsey Graham's constant war beating the drum and bravado over how looming national security threats, he certainly isn't raising a protest now. He doesn't really care if Donald Trump does it. Also, with North Carolina, I just would like to point out that Trump only won North Carolina by 3 points. So he's probably going to be a drag on Tom Tillis already in the Senate race.
I would think that Amy
McGrath, he just stole $80 million from military readiness and construction. And projects in North Carolina.
In Kentucky. So Mitch McConnell's challenger, Amy McGrath, who is an incredible candidate, also a retired Marine and combat pilot. This probably will be very good information for her to share with Kentucky voters about exactly how much Mitch has helped them out.
You know, you guys have hit the politics right on.